What's going on, everyone? My name is Nicholas Merton here at DataDash, and today is June 16th of 2019. Well, folks, I hope you all are having a great day wherever you are, and in today's video, I want to focus in on cryptocurrency markets, and more specifically on the topic of the liquidity shift that we've seen over the last few days from altcoins to Bitcoin due to growing fears around Binance closing off to US customers and other compounding news. And I want to talk about, trying to find some middle ground and understanding what this is going to mean for crypto in the long term. But before we dive into that, I want to say that I hope you all are having a wonderful Father's Day. For those of you out there who are father figures for someone, kudos to you and thank you for all that you do. We always appreciate it. And for those of you out there who do have a father figure or a father-like role model, make sure to tell them thanks and tell them that you appreciate them. And today I want to say that I really do appreciate my dad, who's done a lot for me over the last few years. I know he's worked countless late nights to help give me the life that I have, and he's always been there as a father for me, and I always really appreciate that. And hold on one sec. Blader, we're mooning right now? 9,300? The 9,000s? Dude, I haven't seen that since like 2018, dude. That's wild. All right, you know what? Grab the boys together. We're going to Buffalo Wild Wings. What do you mean? What is a Father's Day? No, I don't even... No. Get the boys together. I'll pick us all up. We're Ubering. We're going to go out to Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings on me. All right. Talk to you later. Ciao, ciao. What are we talking about? All right, no, in all seriousness, I want to give a big shout out to my dad, who has helped me out with the channel and, is always working behind the scenes. You guys don't get to see him, but he's really helped me be able to do what I do full time. So wanted to give him a little bit of a shout out at the beginning of the video. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and talk about this news. And in the last 24 hours, we've seen that there are a few select altcoins that have been doing well, but Bitcoin, again, out of most cryptocurrencies, is leading this market with, again, some altcoins in the red here. Now, if you'll notice across the board, a lot of these are cryptocurrencies that are not only traded on Binance, but have been some of the kind of leaders in the market. And we're now starting to see that they're lagging behind at this moment. Now, why is this? Why are we seeing some of the momentum plays or some of the ones that have been doing well, like Binance Coin? We're seeing as well Zcoin, which did really well this week, Chainlink, Holochain. Why are these cryptocurrencies starting to depreciate? Well, obviously, it has a lot to do with Binance, but we have to kind of take this news in a neutral way, because some people are saying that, it doesn't matter. Binance is opening up a U.S. exchange, for example, to U.S. clients. This is going to be A-OK. We're going to have all the IEOs, the margin trading, the altcoin range that Binance offered, and the simple KYC to make it all happen, right? It's going to be A-OK. Then there's also other people we're saying that this is just the beginning, that there's going to be a massive squeeze on altcoins across the board, and you'll never want to own another altcoin in your life, and that it's just, Bitcoin or nothing, right? Well, I want to let you all know that it's quite a, set of two biased views here, and I want to break it down into providing a very rational view as to what this is going to mean for cryptocurrencies, because I've thought about this for a very long time. I understand that the regulatory landscape right now, when it comes to exchanges, when it comes to liquidity, is important to understand. And when the rules change, it is going to impact cryptocurrency markets while they're this small, and while we're talking about the topics of valuation and price, if it's all being traded on centralized exchanges. Now, I know many of you out there are going to be screaming at the top of your lungs, Nick, this is why we need DEXs. And I 100% agree with you. I've talked to a lot of people who are working on DEXs. I use them when I can, and I really love that technology. I don't think the government should be able to get in the way of you choosing to step into a currency that's not tied to their nationality, right? Just like how you can get into gold, or you can get into pretty much anything else. You should be able to hold whatever you want, in my opinion. But that's just not the case right now, especially if you're trying to speculate on value of these tokens. And this is what I want to get to as a kind of final point here. So again, we can see here, if we go down to Bitcoin dominance has spiked up well over 2% in the last few days. Pretty substantial move since we've had a decent correction back in early May. And if we take a look at the chart, this is Bitcoin over the last few days. We broke past 8,400. And I'll be fair, I mean, as much as we talked about it, a break above 8,400 on the hourly being the confidence signal that this was going to climb higher and to probably go long on it, the fact of the matter is that, I don't think anyone could have predicted that this would go up as quick as it did, because this has a lot to do with the, like I said, liquidity shock of people realizing, oh my gosh, Binance is closing off to US clients. Oh my God, we're seeing it follow through when we take a look at Bittrex as well. And we'll take a look back at this news in a moment. But, as we're starting to see this kind of compounding fear, people have kind of flown, whether it be through on these exchanges that are currently still tradable or on other existing exchanges. You see this liquidity shifting into Bitcoin. So again, it's that circulation of capital going between different areas. Now, we're seeing Bitcoin cool off here, and I think that's quite justified. It was moving up quite quick, and again, didn't have a lot of follow-through volume. If you look on the daily, there was decent volume, but there wasn't the curvature of volume to the upside as price action got parabolic. Okay, there just wasn't any significant volume, and I think that's why this is correcting at the moment, and why we might have set a relative top here in regards to this little short-term rally. I don't know if we have enough steam to go to 10K just yet. Now, taking that into account, let's go ahead and just summarize what this means for altcoins. Okay, this is a really good article right here that basically summarizes the 4 major points. It takes a tweet from Crypto Rand, and it was literally what's been going through my mind this whole time as people have been in the defense of altcoins. And again, it's going to provide actually a positive framework for altcoins as well. And get back to a point I've been trying to make for over a year now, and that is that, look, there is a big difference in the types of altcoins that are out there. Okay, so that's going to be the major point here. So Rand points out something that's very true. People have listed that, hey, Binance is coming to the United States. They're partnering with a FinCEN registered partner that's going to allow them to trade in U.S. markets, Binance.us. Again, the website was up. I know some people were worried that I didn't mention it the other day, and it's not that I didn't mean to, not mention it or anything like that. But the problem with Binance US, again, we have to get confirmation if this is true or not, but under the current regulatory framework, they will not be able to list all of the coins that they have on there. They will not be able to allow access to margin trading. They will not allow access to IEOs, and they're going to have a much more exhaustive KYC process rather than their previous exchange, which was very lax for the first few months to a year, which helped it get a lot of its users. So these are some major points. I mean, Crypto Rand just laid it out very clearly, and I admire him for that, because this is something that I've talked about for, ever since I've been hearing people say, Nick, do you know Binance US is coming? Yes, it's the same reason Coinbase doesn't have the range of altcoins Binance has, right? If Coinbase, wanted to or could tomorrow, they would list any altcoin out there, right? They would. It's just there's not the restrictions in place right now would jeopardize them if they were to do that, because they have to go slow and steady, and they've been doing that. They've been doing that with Basic Attention Token. They did that with OX. They did that with other cryptocurrencies. But you want to know what cryptocurrencies they listed first and at ease. Those are going to be the altcoins that win, and they are the peer-to-peer digital currencies, because unlike most of these altcoins out there, guys, as much as I like a lot of these projects out there, there is no question whether or not Litecoin or, Dash or all of these peer-to-peer digital currencies that didn't do an ICO are securities. They are completely outside of that boundary. They are not securities. In a sense, they're either seen as digital commodities or a non-national based currency, right? They're not based or tied to a nation in any sense. So they're not in a given asset class that could be determined as securities, so long as they didn't raise initial capital to create it. So that gives it a very unique position. This is why U.S. exchanges list these peer-to-peer digital currencies, why they were so easy and eager to list Litecoin in its early days on Coinbase. Because with these cryptocurrencies, as much as there is some regulatory concerns, you have little to none when it comes to these other digital currencies that are very similar to Bitcoin in nature, right? So that's my major point here. We're seeing a continued delisting on Bittrex and a lot of other U.S. exchanges. Some of the major pairs here that they mentioned were going to be ones, for example, like BitShares. And I think, mostly it's BitShare Markets and I think a few other coins here. But off the top of my head, I mean, again, we've seen some of these similar pairs being delisted on Poloniex and other exchanges, and I think you're going to see more and more of it. I do believe there will be some altcoins that are okay to stick around so long as, they're continuing to build and, U.S. regulators don't turn too hawkish. But I can tell you all, the safe bet that's out there is peer-to-peer digital currencies. I'm going to beat it like a dead horse, guys. I'm sorry. Like you guys know, I've been talking about it for months. I love the use case of money for crypto. I know it seems quite simple. It's simplest form, exchange and store of value. But that's what I really see the value proposition as here. And again, it's one of the few areas that regulators can't touch. They can't touch Bitcoin. They can touch a Bitcoin ETF, because when you're securitizing a Bitcoin ETF into a financial product, right, you're making a tradable security on exchanges that brokerage accounts can trade. Yeah, that's when the SEC can step in, and that's the same with pretty much any cryptocurrency if you were trying to securitize it like that and turn it into an ETF. But Bitcoin and other peer-to-peer cash, cryptocurrencies, not even trying to debate the store of value or anything like that. You get what I mean when I say that. It's basically money in that case. Any type of crypto monies are impervious to these regulations, right? The SEC does not have jurisdiction over it. Most financial regulators out there do not, outside of market manipulation and things that sort on exchanges, spoofing, wash trading, stuff like that, which we know there are plenty of cryptocurrency exchanges outside the United States that do that. In the US, we don't really see it because there are regulatory bodies that keep an eye over it and they want to follow those regulations. I think those are decent regulations. I don't want wash trading. I don't want spoofing. Screw that, So anyways, taking that all into account, I'll leave it there, guys. I won't rant and rave too much. I want to let you all know, as I mentioned in a comment in my previous video, that I am going to be doing a video soon on what exchanges I would utilize that are going to provide the best range of altcoins and opportunities that at least I can find with the highest level of trust, things of that sort, and the lowest fee range. I mean, there's a lot of things you have to consider when you're using an exchange. So I'm going to try to produce that video for you very, very soon. That being said, that's it for the video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Enjoy your Father's Day with your father or father figure if you got one around. And until the next video, everyone, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day, everyone.